This is Glint PM. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Thank you.
Hi, welcome back to the tutorial series. Um, in this session, we're going to look at the resource loading of the project schedule we have been working on. In the previous video, um, I show you the best way to establish relationship, logic, or to tie activities together in the schedule. Before that, we look at a faster way of doing relationship. So, but most of the time when you do it that quick, that fast, you not get the best logic or the realistic. So most time after that first draft, you share with your team, they look at it. No, we want this activity to finish at this date. Or the sponsor will say, no, this is not realistic. This is not in line with our objective. So you have to revise, and that's why I did the second video where I showed you how you can achieve those dates by reviewing your schedule, by adjusting the logics, by removing and reassigning the relationship. In this video, like I said, we're going to look at assigning resources to the activities. First, as you can see, I've prepared it on the Excel file and have done the, the basic draft. However, first we need to create the resources. So that's the first thing we're going to do. So you need to have that resources. So most times, if you're a beginner, you need to work with your PM or the project engineer or the contractor or subcontractor, the case may be, to get the resources. And most of the time, it's going to be an estimation. Okay, they know that these activities we're going to need operator, activities going to be done by electrician, by painter, and all of that. So that is how you get all of this. But if you are experienced already, then you know how to do this. So I'm just going to take you through the process right away. First, if you have been following the tutorial, you know I created EPS for each um, topic that I'm trying to take. So this was the last topic where we talked as a relationship. So I think I'm also going to create EPS for this, just for me to be able to manage this tutorial series perfectly and effortlessly. And when I come back, I know where I stop, I know where I want to continue. And this is a good practice for a planner too. You need to be organized. A planner, a scheduler, project control professional. So being organized is a good skills. Um, so this relationship, this is what I have before. I'm going to create another one. And this one, I'm going to call it resource. Okay, let's call it assigning resources. I'm calling assigning resources. Perfect. It's already added. The next thing I want to do right now is to make a copy of the last schedule that we worked on. I'll paste it under the APS. Take note, this is for the sake of this tutorial. So this might still work for you in real projects if you're following the same principle. So I have a copy now. So I'm going to make changes to this. Opening it up. And this is what we did last week for us to be sure. So yes, so last week we have it that the project will end September 2027. Perfect. So this is good. It's starting September 15. We're going to end September 8, 2027. So this is good. Now we want to assign resources. So first thing we can go to project, and I think it's in enterprise, and we open the resource window, or you just look at the icon on your left and just click on resources right there. Right now it's showing me all resources. So all resources in this my pieces will be shown up. For my own case, I just want to create my own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just right click and add. So I want to change the level, take it up. So I just want to rename this as the PM region expansion. So this is the PM, Glint PM building expansion resources. Okay, so under here now, I'm now going to be hiding my resources one after the other. For the sake of this tutorial, all resources we are going to be having here are going to be labor resource type. We have different type of resources. We have labor, material, and non-labor. Non-labor is the same thing as equipment. Most time, material, the usual consumable materials, like sand, cement, those are materials. So to be like structure or mechanical welding, so we talk about electrode, grinding this, cutting this, those are consumable materials. So for equipment are your excavator, your mixer, payloader, while your labor and the personnel is people, human that get the job done. So this is what I prepared. Like I said, the resources I've already prepared. So we're going to add it one by one. And you can see all of them, they are labor, like I said, so they're labor resources. So we just copy them so that we can do it fast and I'll paste. So for this, I can make the ID to appear trans project control. You see here annotation. Take note, it's possible some of the resources are existing in your database and resources are global features. So if you have a resource, you can use it in more than one project. So means can be available for this project and still be used for another project. This printer, printer, point PT, finance engineer, corporate, I, media, visual, student, um, visual is going to be visual, instrument engineer. I'm going to correct that. Okay, so as you can see here, like this HVAC is a system before, so it's adding one to it. So let's just leave it like that. Um, excavator. So yes, this excavator, this is an equipment, so it's supposed to be non-labor. But in this case, it is not just excavator, it's excavator, operator. Okay, operator have floor and carpet layer, floor and carpet layer. Then we have CM, we have iron worker, we have iron worker, IW. So we're still gonna add more because remember there's also hierarchy here. So the essence is just for me to organize my work. So right now it doesn't matter where you put the hierarchy, it's just for the sake of organization, and that's why I'm trying to arrange them under this project. Yeah, maybe in another time I'll be able to know what resources I use for this project specifically. But most time, P6 will also take care of that for you because you can filter based on the specific project resources. However, I just enjoy doing it this way. So I'm adding all the resources now. P6, remember for you to get the resources, a beginner, you need to work with your team, you need to work with your PM, the engineers, the discipline engineer, the project engineer, as the case may be, uh, for the authority person in charge of the project. You work with them to get the resources. Um, if you're already an experienced professional doing planning, scheduling, or project control, then you already know how to get your resources. Uh, so finally, we have elevator installer. Take note, in reality, this is what you have. Kim is a name of person, which is a resource. In reality, you should be using the actual name of the people or the personnel doing the job. So yes, so that the role, because we have resource and role. So the role now will now be the job that is doing. For example, a plumber should be a name. So under the role now, you now put him as a plumber. Okay, but it's fine. Right now, we're not talking about role, so we're just looking at the resources. So for the resources, we just use their role and resources. We can use them interchangeably in this case. Our resources have been added and we are good to go. The next thing now is for us. So what we did just now is resource loading, like we're loading resources, we're putting resources into our software, which is Primavera P6. Now we're going to assign the resources to the activities. Please, if you're following the video, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button by liking my video and even sharing to encourage me to do more video. Thank you for watching. And yes, if you don't have access to this file, I've shared it before in previous video. I've also tried to share again this video so that if you want to practice, you can practice along. If you have a question, you can leave your question in the comment section. I'll respond to it. And if you have any challenge, any issue, you can reach out to me. I'll still drop my contacts in the comment section. Or you can check my bio too if you need further information and you want to reach out. So we're just going to start assigning the relationship. Like I said, the resources rather. Um, you can see I've added resources column here. So one simple way of assigning the relationship, the resources, is by just coming here, double click, and you can just add the resources. think it's that simple. Another way is select the activities. As it is selected, you go to the detail window and you select the resource. Select the resource tab, then you can add the resource. So it's still the same process, right? The same process. So I'm just going to use the one I feel more convenient with. And I'll still get the same result. Take note when I select these milestone activities, the add resource was not active. That is because you cannot assign resources to a milestone. A milestone is just a point of achievement in the project. So adding resource to them, it's not useful, right? Because you can see the duration is zero. So whatever is added is insignificant. It's not significant. So yes, we're going to start with this. And from here, the resource doing the review is for King. So I'm just going to assign for King. The next one there is review technical data. Okay, so trying to look for where to put it so that it's a bit easier to assign. Okay, the next one there, okay, I think it's enough detail for now. Okay, so enough detail for now. The next one there, so that you can see it, I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. The next one there is review technical data and heat pump. So review technical data is still for working or selected. If working or hard. From harding you can see it's appearing under resources. Next one the review technical data on heat pump is still working. Then design building is still working. Yes, so we have assigned resources to all the activities under this engineering design. So go to foundation, first activities there is milestone, so no resources and important. Uphill and compact wall. The resource here is let me move it a little. So the resource here for this activity. Okay, so let's move it this way. Okay. The resource for this activity is just the view. Right now, I don't even need this date. Let's leave it. The duration is not important. Okay. So the resource right here is needed is under foundation about field and parts. Okay. About field and compounder excavator means carpenter. So I'm going to look for excavator under resources. Help means carpenter. We have excavator. I call it excavator operator. So the next one there is form and pour slab, ironwork, rough ironwork, and you have rough carpenter. So rough carpenter and ironwork. The next one there is concrete foundation wall. Concrete foundation wall, we have ironworker, liberal construction. This liberal construction, ironworker. Yeah. Next one there you have one wall, one pour concrete footing. One pour concrete footing. Here we have iron wall, rough carpenter, rough carpenter, iron wall. So I think this is a process that you should not rush because you have to pay attention to detail and you do it gradually. So we install the ground electric conduit, we have electrician, okay, install the ground water line, we have plumber, here, we have excavation, you have excavator operator, so you had preparation, you have excavator operator, so building, begin building construction. This is also a milestone, so you need to have resources. So if I assign resources to activities under the foundation WBS, so go to structure WBS, those activities there is concrete second floor. Oh, that is a break. Yes, concrete second floor, yes, that's correct. Under structure, concrete second floor is here. So I'm just taking it right now. I think I've applied sorting to the schedule. So the activity is not coming the way it is on the but it's not important. We've already done the logic before now. So the logic will always supersede any other sorting of it that you apply. So the resources, assigning the resources will not affect anything too as regard the logic. So I can still sort it the way I want later. Either by activities name, duration, start, finish date, and other data of the schedule. For this concrete second floor, I have carpenter, finish carpenter. So I have finish carpenter, and I have carpenter. Okay, okay. So I think okay, maybe it's rough carpenter. I don't think I have special for carpenter. Let's use rough carpenter. Then we'll move to the next one, concrete slab basement. This concrete basement slab, concrete basement slab. We have liberal construction, rough carpenter. Yes. I choose rough carpenter, liberal construction. The next one is concrete first floor. I think the concrete first floor is probably rough carpenter, liberal construction. So we also have liberal construction, rough carpenter, finish carpenter. Then we have the rest stairwell and an elevator wall. So alright, stairwell and elevator wall have liberal construction. Yes. So for that we just have liberal construction. Floor decking. Floor decking we have ironworker. Floor decking we have ironworker. The rest structure frame. Structure frame we have ironworker. Then I think we have added all the resources to remaining two activities milestone under structure. So we'll go to mechanical and electrical system. The first two activities under here is their milestone. So we're going to assign resources to them. The one under elevator, then you look at it. We have elevator installer and elevator installer. So for the two of them, elevator, did I add elevator installer here? No, I think we don't have elevator installer in this. Okay, elevator installer and elevator installer. Okay, so we go under HVAC. Under HVAC, we have first two activities, the award of contracts for heat pump. Okay, so the first three activities are prepare a solicited bid for heat pump, prepare a solicited bid for heat pump. This is project control. Okay, we're going to be we want to prepare the bid, review bid for heat pump, review bid. They will review the bids to project control, allocate and deliver heat pump. It's also given to project control. Then our contract, they're not the one to award, but maybe like external install HVAC dot. So HVAC dot install HVAC dot. So it's going to be by HVAC technician installate HVAC dot. Going to be by HVAC technician heat pump. So set heat pump is going to be by operator and relocate HVAC. Locate HVAC chiller. So we have electrician, HVAC, and operator, HVAC, and electrician. So we have startup and test HVAC. Startup and test HVAC is by operator. Okay. So we have install AC grill. Install AC grill. So no resources assigned. Test and balance HVAC equipment is by operator. So still go under pumping and electrical. Under pumping and electrical, we have set mechanical and electrical equipment by operator. We have working pumping piping by farmer. We have install wiring and cable by electrician. So these are all resources being assigned. Yes, because this process I've already fine-tuned it and prepared it for the sake of this tutorial just to show you how it is done in reality. So I think where the work is majorly for you as a scheduler is for you to get this data information from your team. The moment you have succeeded in getting it assigned to your schedule, it's much more easier. As you can see the way I'm doing it, brick wall, exterior wall, the resources is labor construction, labor and construction, labor brick, resources assigned to that, award contractor brick, area control. Yes, they're the one that choose contractor technician that do the job. Review bid for brick, area control, and prepare and solicit bid, area control. And how we're going to pull brick sample. This is by Joaquin. Joaquin is the project manager. So we talk about the roof. For the roof, liberal construction. So anyone activities under the liberal construction. Then we'll talk about the doors and windows. For the doors and windows, we have finished carpenter, finished carpenter. For the doors and windows, we have finished carpenter and finished carpenter. The interior finishes. Dry office is finished carpenter. Rough and clean up. Touch up and clean up. We have finished carpenter, liberal contractor. Then we have punch list. Once a painter, finished carpenter. Finished carpenter, punch list, painter. There's still another one there, but let's just do these two resources. So the other one, there's no resources. Just take note of some of the activities that does not have resources. Most time they're either milestone or they're not important. They're just responsible for an external. It's not directly impacting the cost on the project on the team. So under plumbing and lighting features and install plumbing features going to be by plumber, while install lighting features going to be by electrician. So some of these things, by now looking at this from our regular experience, our housing, we can identify who is going to do what activities. So floor and carpeting. First, review and approve flooring for king. So for king, the king will be a person for most approval. Fabricate. Okay, so let me take it. Prepare some CP, period control, period control. So CP, all this period control, review flooring, working, this period control. Our contract, this period control. Fabricate and deliver flooring is period control. Trying to all prepare assemble floor and carpet layer. Floor and carpet layer. So floor and carpet layer. Okay, good. So assemble just under here. So we go to carpentry. Under carpentry, we have finished carpenter. For the activities under carpentry, we have finished carpenter and finished carpenter. So lastly, we have under painter, we have painter. Under paint, breakdown, we have painter. So far so good. As you can see, we have assigned resources to our activities. First, we loaded our resources, right? And now we have assigned resources to our activities. So we can check each one of those activities now. You will see the resources. Okay, so you will see the resources. You can also check under the detail view. So under the detail view now you can see more information about the resources you assign. Okay, total unit, the budgetary unit. So and all of this. So as we continue the tutorial, we'll show you more about these resources and their usefulness. Another important thing we'll talk about is resource level. As you have assigned these resources now, you can see this is your basic histogram, resource histogram and S score for pieces. You can see it's showing budgetary is yellow, actual is blue, green, remaining, red, overallocated. So there's something that is called resource overallocation. So for now, we can see our profile. All these data are very useful and we're going to look at them. Okay, so one after the other. Okay, so it's showing me all resources. I'm going to filter by just the current project resources. I can see which one is over allocated. So far so good, except for this. It's over allocated, you can see it's beyond the limit line. That's project control. Also for teams, also over allocated, painter, and all this. So in the coming tutorial, just stay tuned, please subscribe, like. I'll show you how to do resource leveling. This is very, very important in managing schedule management. Yes, two method resource leveling and resource smoothing. Usually, PCs can help you do the two, but one is manual, the other one is automatic. So we're going to look at practically look at the advantage of the two, and you know why most planner scheduler like doing resource scheduling. So once again, I want to appreciate you for sticking with me up to this stage in this tutorial. From adding resources. Right now, I can also filter to only just show the current project resources. So this was just the one I had. So just going to show me only that, not everything in the schedule. Yes. So take notes of the first unit time. There's still so many things you can do with your data. You can still add it, cost, unit rate, um, added unit rates for each of them. See so many things you can do. Okay, you can do coding, you can see details, you can edit all these things. Yeah, you can add notes and all that. So there's still more things you can do. But like I said, when you stick to my channel, I'm going to be taking you through all of these things, one after the other. But for now, we're going to stop here. You can see our resources are added to our schedule. The usefulness is that you can see the basic information about the schedule. Okay, so that's the useful. Now, see another thing you can do by doing what we call manpower histogram. You can generate and all of that. But like I said, just stick to my channel, turn on the notification bell, subscribe, like, share, encourage me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
This is Glint PM. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Thank you.